Hello, soulmates. So let's get to the sewing process of the kids' outfit. So this video was actually recorded while I was sewing. I was in a haste to finish the outfit because the customer that owns it is already coming. So I had to do a time-lapse video to show us the sewing processes of this kids' outfit. This video is very interesting, self-explanatory. I will not really say much on this, but if you can watch attentively, you will understand what I'm doing. So what I'm sewing now is the sleeve. Remember, I have already folded and hemmed with my hemming gum, and then I am stitching the sleeve region after I did the double fold on the sleeve, right? Then cutting off the excesses. Then this is the sleeve, the two sleeves. Remember, it's a 3/4 sleeve. So after this now the next you will do is to get the panel for the front and the back. Remember, it will have a zip, so you put the back facing to the front panel, so you will stitch the the right area, you leave the left for the zip sewing. Remember, it will have a shoulder zip, right? So you stitch the right part and leave the left point for the zip, and then stitch it all through down in that form. And after this, the next you will do now will be to lock the back facing. So this is actually an interesting sewing journey. You lock the back facing, making sure that the center iron line is corresponding with the center iron line as well. Stitch all through the back facing area, and then after which you will now lock the so let's just stitch here first. So once you have finished stitching the back facing, so the next you will do now will be to join the shoulder point with a loose stitch. Now that loose stitch will be where you will fix your zip on. So you join here with a loose stitch where the zip will be attached, and stitch all down that way with a loose stitch. Very important. You stitch all down that way with a loose stitch, and this is what you have. You see, very fast and simple. And after which I will iron the shoulder, which I have done now, and then I will trim the back neckline. So you come down by 1/2 inch on the back panel, trim like this as you are seeing, cut it out, and then this is what you have. Then also trim the shoulder. So the shoulder you have is 12, then divide by 2, that's 6, plus extra 1/2 inch. So trim the shoulder point. So I have little trim in here, so trim the shoulder point to this point, and then notch the shoulder region where the sleeve will be attached, and then open up the shoulder point where you put the zip, loosen it up a bit and start piping. So you must pipe your outfit before you fix your shoulder zip. That is one of the tricks to use. So you pipe all through this way, and then after you have piped all through that way, you have to double thread your piping. The first threading you are doing is to make sure that the piping does not you use it to lock the piping first. The second threading is to make sure that the piping relaxes. So you can decide to make a double piping or a 3-line stitch piping. However, it's still very much okay. So after the piping, now the next you do now is to trim off the excesses, and then you double thread the piping. So if you so wish to run another thread at the center, you still go ahead and run the third thread at the center of the piping. But here we are running just the tip first. So after you have run the tip of the piping, and then you are going to lock it back. Now you must lock it back with the 1/2 inch. Now the reason for this is to make sure that the both necklines, front and back, are corresponding when you fix your zip, so that none of them will be bigger than each other, right? So you cut your threads just like this, and then after this, the next I am bringing with my shoulder zip, and then you place the shoulder zip down. Now there is what they call invisible zip footer, which I will use on this zip fixing. But before I put it, I will first of all sew a temporary stitch at the edge or at the both edges of the zip to make sure that it holds it down properly, just like this. And then cut your threads, and then go ahead and stitch the other ones as well. So stitch it from the front so that the both lengths will be equal. Don't allow any of the neckline piping to be bigger than the other, right? Cut your threads all through this way, and after this you are going to bring your invisible zip footer, and then before that you lose the first loose stitch which you made to hold the panel together. So by so doing, the zip will now be held firm position. So lose the first threading you made as a loose stitch, then open it up all through this way, then make sure that the zip is equal, then lose your normal footer. So once you lose it, bring your zip footer and fix. So this zip footer has right or left. So I use one of it to sew, then open up the zip where they have the little fold, and then lap the zip footer on that fold, and then carefully stitch all through. You carefully stitch all through. So this will be one of the most interesting areas or parts of your sewing. So cut your threads this way, and then stitch the other one again. So make sure you also stitch properly. So you stitch all through that way again, and then the next thing you will do will be to get your zip properly finished at the neck region, which you will bend it inwards and use your machine footer to stitch it down, and then you tack it back on the piping. So once you have finished doing this, you zip it. Make sure that you drag it very well. Check any obstruction. So drag it very well. So once it has passed through that way, you see that the both necks are corresponding. You see, they are corresponding. See how neat it is. And after which, remove the zip footer again, then replace with your normal sewing foot, and then finish up the zip. Then lastly, you go and do your you join your sleeve, the both sleeves on both ends, then apply your measurements of your customer, and then you lock. So this is one of the best or simplest ways you can do your shoulder zip for a kid. Bear in mind, for all kids cloth making, you must only do this shoulder zip when the shoulder is big enough, like from 12 and a half, 12 inches and above. Don't do shoulder zip on children that are lesser shoulder measurements. The neck will not enter, right? So this is how it is. So you iron out all through that way, and then this is what you have. Then cut off the excesses in this form. Cut it off. Cut it out all through this way as well. And then join your sleeve from the notch. So after the sleeve joining, you weave your sleeve area, lock your body, then do your hemming, and you are done. Please, if you have watched this video to this very point, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So I will make another video as well on how to draft a key stop. So you need to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified when I make or post new videos just like this. So ask your questions or give any suggestions in the comment section of this video for me to read through and know where you guys have issues or where I will work more on. Thank you for watching, guys. Do enjoy the rest of the video. See you guys in the next episode. Bye bye for now.